Starbucks worker actually saves a customer's life after asking one simple question. Anyone who's ever worked in retail or a service industry can tell you that as friendly as they don't really know their customers or their stories. Unless something forces them to find out more, these people don't know anything about their clients. When you think about going to get coffee, you don't imagine things like near life or death experience. When you think about going to get coffee, you don't imagine things like near-death experiences or trips to the emergency room. However, this is exactly what life had in store for Nicole McNeil, a young Starbucks barista. One conversation would change several lives. Nicole's work as a Starbucks barista is pretty much what you would expect. Most people don't even think of her as more than a background character in their lives. Anyone who's worked in the service industry knows that you get to know the regular faces and their orders very well. Normally, that's all there is to the day. Nicole works hard, diligently taking people's orders, preparing their drinks, and performing the other duties required of her. Most people in her position wouldn't easily strike up a conversation with their customers, but Nicole isn't most people. If she had been, none of this would have happened. Vince Villano was one of Nicole's regular customers, and the two had a friendly customer-employee relationship. That is, up until that fateful January morning. Something about Vince that day made Nicole cross the line and try to find out more. She had no idea how huge the impact of that simple action would be. On that day, Nicole noticed that something was different in Vince's demeanor. He seemed more distracted and fidgety than normal. While she had no idea what was happening in his life, it was clear that he was upset about something. She had no idea that his days were, in fact, numbered. Vince had given more than a decade of his life to the military and had reached the rank of sergeant. He had been working as an emergency medical technician and had seen many things that still haunted him. But that wasn't what was bothering him that day. Once Vince had completed his service, he decided to move on from it by opening up a branch of Farmers Insurance. Gone were the days where his life was on the line. Now he lived a standard 9 to 5. However, life had other plans. Like many other servicemen, it was difficult for Vince to adjust to living a civilian life again. However, there was something much greater bothering him that day. That would be what led him and his barista to make such a profound connection. The pair simply didn't know it yet. See, Nicole and Vince had no idea that one thing brought them together: the military. Nicole's husband Justin was a veteran just like Vince, so they both had seen more tragedy and put their lives at risk more than anyone knew. That morning at Starbucks, all Nicole knew was that her regular customer, whom she knows as Trenta Vanilla Sweet Cream Cold Brew, was definitely upset about something. So she deviated from her routine and asked him a question. "I said, I'm off in 15 to 20 minutes. We can sit down and chat before I pick up my kids," Nicole recalled. When I asked Vince, he said, "It would take too long to tell you," but he clearly needed someone to listen. So Vince started to talk. She quickly discovered that Vince was a veteran, but was surprised to learn that Vince's problem wasn't about the transition from soldier to civilian. It was about something far less psychological. But it was just as complicated. Vince had polycystic kidney disease, a genetic condition that causes cyst-ridden kidneys to enlarge and shut down. The disease can cause some serious complications, from high blood pressure to kidney failure. By 2016, Vince was on a debilitating dialysis machine. In the days leading up to his talk with Nicole, he'd been told by doctors that he needed a kidney transplant, and that getting one was a matter of life and death.